Shabbat Shalom. And typically this is the point in the service where I would just step forward, and our cantors would step back and let me have a moment to share Torah. But tonight the Torah I share with you is a piece of Torah of welcome. Of all the Shabbatot, Pinchas, so you have to realize that Pinchas starts out with a killing of religious zealotry, and yes, it's quite as brutal and in your face as it sounds. Then later there's a rebellion, and the rebels get swallowed up as the earth opens up and swallows them. You have the death of Aaron and the death of Miriam. It's quite this cycle of Shabbat is quite the dark and heavy Torah portion. And Sandy, you are giving me appropriate look like, wait, how is Rabbi going to Bernholz turn that into a greeting to welcome our new cantor? Because in the middle of all of that, there's this incredible moment where Moses says, wait, if Aaron's gone and Miriam's gone, who's going to run this group? How are they going to get to you've told me I'm not getting to the promised land. Who's going to lead? And Charlie, I like how you just kind of pointed that way. Because in the last few weeks, and a big thank you to Mindy Pollack and to Cantor Kelly, because when I was at camp for a week, and then with my family last week unexpectedly, they just kind of stepped up and led the people of Israel, or Temple Beth Shalom at least, to have a Shabbat Shalom. But this is that moment that Moses is having, and he goes to God and he says, what am I going to do? And God says, it's okay, Moses. I've got a plan for this. And in this case, usually we say humans plan and God laughs. But if God has the plan, it should work out. In this case, God says, just pick on Joshua, the son of Nun, Yehoshua ben Nun, and you've seen him in action. He stepped up during the whole scouts, spies incident. And you're going to lay your hand upon him, and you're going to bring up Eleazar, one of Aaron's sons. He's the priest, and he's going to do his stuff, and then he's going to run the people of Israel. And how incredible, how beautiful, how fitting that on this Shabbat, as Cantor Kelly, as you are coming to join our congregation, we have this moment of the expansion of leadership of the people of Israel. Remember, Moses is staying around for a while, folks. I know there were mentions of retirement. I'm not there yet. But he stays through Deuteronomy. I'm staying around. But he welcomes Joshua in and says, Joshua, you two with me are now a leader of the people of Israel. Now, I will say there's this moment where there's a laying of the hands. And the Hebrew for that is smach. And if you really think about the word smach, it really means to smack, right? It doesn't really mean that, lay hands. But as I was thinking about this Shabbat, and I gave Cantor plenty of warning.
Yeah, yesterday.
I think I told you this story. You all probably do not realize, but 11 years ago, when Cantor Dana Rubenstein had her first Shabbat, I was so excited that we had someone singing and clapping, and I was singing and I was clapping, and the hand might have flown up, and I whacked Cantor Rubenstein on the arm. She looks at me in that moment and she says, what? And I said, I'm just bad at clapping. She just nodded and she said, oh, and kept singing. Look at how that partnership turned out. And I will say, I will not hit you on purpose. Don't ask Mindy about her car. That was an accident, Mindy. But that powerful moment of welcoming you to our Bima. And I say that with a smile because that's part of this, is finding the joy and the laughter, because things are not going to go right. There's going to be those moments where we step on each other's toes, sometimes literally and figuratively, but we will figure our way out through that partnership. But then there's also that second piece, and that is for this congregation and for you as Moses is welcoming Joshua as a leader. There is this incredible moment, you see it happen a lot of times, where Moses is told to tell Joshua Be strong and have courage. This is a hard job you're taking on. Have courage, have strength, have ruach and koach. And that is part of, as I welcome you to our bima, that I offer to you, have your courage, have your strength, find yourself and your place here. We welcome you to join us as we wrestle with beings divine and human, that you might prevail. But not only that, partner with me as we lead this crowd. Partner with this crowd as they support us. We have a tremendous congregation. They call it a little shul in the woods. And from the moment that Charlie Block was driving through Fort Pierce and saw the roof on another building, and Sam is here and your parents said, we need a Jewish community here. 40 years have gone by, and they have built this community. And here we are, having this opportunity to lead the community. Welcome. This is me not passing the torch, but bringing you into our partnership, but also into our community to bring it to this place of incredible shalom. And so I welcome you, and now I'm going to step back to give Cantor Kelly the bima to offer her welcome to our community.
Thank you, Rabbi Bernholz. That was very nice. So as Rabbi mentioned, in chapter 27, verse 17 of Pinchas, it says, appoint an envoy to the community who shall go out before them and come in before them, and who shall take them out and bring them in, so that Adonai's community may not be like sheep that has no shepherd. Not that you would be without a shepherd. In fact, you have had an amazing shepherd for the past 21 years. But now you get two. And we can now be in two places at one time. And it's much better to serve all of you. After my interview on the flight home, I was running the interview through my mind, as one does after having an interview, and the same thought kept popping into my head. Even if I do not get this position, I am incredibly blessed to have met an amazing community, and I am so happy to have had this experience. I can honestly say I have never felt the way I felt after any other interview. The mock Shabbat service that Rabbi and I led was one of the few times that I felt that I was able to be myself. And I think that is because of all of you. You all made me so comfortable. You were so welcoming. And now I am super excited because I get to do it every Shabbat with all of you. I truly believe that this is Beshert. Or as Humphrey Bogart said to Claude Rains in Casablanca, Louis, or in this case, Temple Beth Shalom, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. So I know I have already said this, but I need to say it again. Thank you to Mindy, Dan, Carol, and Paul for hosting me during the interview. Having such a welcoming families hosting allowed me to feel relaxed and comfortable. Thank you to the search committee who planned a wonderful 3 days that allowed me to meet many of you and to keep me fed very, very well. And of course, to the rabbi for keeping in contact with me constantly, both before and after the interview, and for being an amazing support. Now, I would like to sing a song, and I hope you will join me. The title is Olam Chesed Yimaneh. The world is built on kindness, as well as a community. If we approach all we do from a place of kindness, then we can achieve great things together. Olam Chesed Yimaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. Olam Chesed Yimaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. chesed yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh, Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. I will build this world from love. Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. And you must build this world from love. Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. And if we build this world from love, Yadadai, 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 then God will build this world from love. Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai. Olam chesed yibaneh. 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 Yadadai, Yadadai, Yadadai.